Welcome to Darling Stadium here on the 7th day of November, where the Phoebus Phantoms will be playing host to the Bethel Bruins. Hello, everybody. Mike Hauser here with Mr. Hintz, as I call him.
Just call me Bob.
Just call him Bob. Well, Bob, we got a couple of teams here that have a game tonight that is real critical as to what's going to happen in the near future playoff-wise.
Well, both of these teams, Mike, have to be concerned about the win tonight, because neither one of them can afford to have a loss, because if they do have a loss, that could knock them out of the playoff picture, and neither one of them want to do that. What we're going to see tonight is the Phoebus Phantoms are going to take the ball, and they're going to run it right at Bethel. They're going to take Bethel, stop our running game. And then if Bethel tries to stop the running game, then I look for Aaron Ward to air it out.
Well, the Bethel Bruins come in here as the other only unbeaten team in the district, other than Hampton. Right now, Hampton undefeated at 8-0. The Bruins are 7-0 in the district, and they are 7-1 overall. The Phoebus Phantoms are 6-1 after their loss to the Crabbers a few weeks ago. So this is a critical game for Phoebus tonight. They've got to win this game to stay in the hunt.
Yeah, well, both teams actually they control their own destiny. They both know they have to win to go on. But if you looked at the playoff picture in the Division 6, where where the Bruins are right now, if they didn't play the game tonight and they said, okay, we're going to have the playoffs, they have a better record than Deep Creek. Deep Creek 6-2. They're 7-1, but they would not go because Deep Creek's got a better power rating.
That was the change of the power rating system last year that took effect this year. For every game you play against a Division 6 team, you add an extra point to the power rating, and because of that, Deep Creek gets a better option of going to the playoffs, where Bethel might get left out. So, again, about as critical as you can get right now with the Bethel Bruins. They've got to win this game. And Phoebus, in order for them to have a chance at the district title, they've got to win also.
Absolutely.
So, and then once Bethel gets finished playing tonight, they've got to deal with Hampton next week. So, I mean,
it doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't get any easier.
Earlier, I had a chance to talk with head coach Tracy Parker, so let's go to that interview. All right, Coach. First of all, congratulations. Fine season so far. 7-1. And, you're up there where you control your own destiny. Mm-hmm. So you're playing a tougher team tonight than you probably have played all year long. How do you prepare for a team like Phoebus?
Well, I don't know if you can prepare for a team like Phoebus. I mean, they have a lot of weapons. They run the ball well. When they're forced in a position where they have to throw, they throw the ball well. I mean, they're a consistent team. They don't fumble. They play great defensive football. We've just prepared the same, and we're going to come out and do what we do.
Well, one thing that has really impressed me about what you guys do this year is you hang around, you stay in the game, and give you a chance to win the ball game in the fourth quarter, and that's what you've done. But, a lot of your kids on the offensive line don't get a whole lot of experience or don't get a whole lot of recognition. Let's talk a little bit about that offensive line.
Well, we have some young kids up on our offensive line. We have Marcus James, who's our center. He's a junior. Arthur Harris, a senior. We have Deshaun Chester, who's a senior. We have T.J. Burton, who's a junior, and our other tackle. We kind of rotate there between Lamar Times and Michael Garner, and they work hard in practice. We've improved every week, and that's all we can ask.
Well, and as a coach, that's what you want. You want your team to be able to improve every week, and to get better, and to learn from the mistakes. How do you teach a kid to hang in there that we're going to win the ball game, and you've come in the fourth quarter and then you've held off the other teams getting ready to score, or you've scored? How do you prepare these kids that way?
Well, it's difficult to prepare, but I believe once you've been involved in that type of situation, you're automatically prepared the next time.
So the kids are ready.
They're ready.
Ready tonight.
Well, we'll know in about 2 hours.
Okay. Well, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Good enough. All right, let's go up to Mike.
All right, back here. We've talked earlier about the power ratings in the region, and we talked about the fact that Bethel, right now, they are sitting in the number 5 position in the power ratings in Division 6, right behind Deep Creek, Oxford Smith, Western Branch, and then Lansdowne, a surprise from Virginia Beach, is really doing well over there. Yeah. They are the number 1 team in the region in the Division 6. Now over in the Division 5. Right now, Indian River is leading the group, with Hampton following right behind them. Lake Taylor and then Phoebus right now is number 4. So Kecoughtan, believe it or not, number 5, is still not out of this. If Hampton loses or Phoebus loses, Kecoughtan wins out, they may slip in. Just depends on what the power rating is.
You just have to wait around and see what happens tonight. Coach, we had an earlier conversation with Bill Dee about his team, so let's go to that interview. All right, Coach. First of all, congratulations. Fine season so far, but now you're thinking playoffs, and you got to be thinking playoffs and power rating. You can't afford to lose another game, neither can Bethel.
No, it's crucial right now. Right now we're down to the final 2 games, and we have to win them. So, yeah, we're in a position to take care of what we have to do, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, what do you expect from the Bethel Bruins tonight, Coach?
Well, they've been running a lot of no huddle. They run I, and then they'll open it up and run no back. To be honest with you, they run a little bit of everything. They have some trick plays. I expect a couple trick plays tonight. Defensively, they haven't changed too much. They're an 8-man front, and they play pretty solid defense.
Well, one of the things they're going to want to do is going to try to shut down Lewis. But if they shut down Lewis, or they try to shut him down, and they crowd too much to the center of the field and the line of scrimmage, it kind of opens up Aaron Ward with the pass. Yeah,
Aaron's really progressed the last couple of weeks. He's been getting better every week. I had a really good game last week. Both running the option, which is another thing, if they key too much on England, he's very dangerous. And our fullbacks have run the ball. I think they've been, when we have gone to them, they've run very well. So we feel like we have good receivers, and big thing is we want to play solid defense. I'm a very big believer that you got to play solid defense, keep away from big plays.
Well, and to me, defense wins the ball games, and that's what when I was coaching basketball. If you can stop the other team from scoring, that gives you a better chance to win the game.
Yeah, if we can keep them from having big plays, I think we'll be in good shape.
You ready tonight?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay,
we're ready
Coach.
To go.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go up to the booth and tonight's starting lineups. All right, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Zooms with 14 convenient Peninsula locations, and by Hampton Chevrolet at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard, and in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. I tell you, Tim, I'm going to call you Tim off and on tonight. Tim, by the way, is not with us. He is really, he's suffering out in San Francisco. Yeah, I know he's really hurting out there.
Yeah, he's playing.
But I will try to remember to call you, Mike, throughout the night. This is a perfect night for football. I mean, weather-wise, temperature-wise, you can't ask for a better game because the kids won't, they won't get overheated or anything. We got tonight's officials, and get a chance. We'll look at them right now. And the officials are. Here we go.
Here we go. The referee is Gary Roby. The umpire, Bill Allen. The linesman is Alan Denton. The line judge is Tom Chisman. Field judge is John Patrick. And the back judge is Al Rivas. That is our referees for tonight's game.
Yeah. And I tell you, it's
got to be, mid-50s?
Yeah, it's probably, mid up to 50s right now. The field is really damp on the sideline where it is drained. It rained real hard here last night. I don't know if that'll make much of a difference. If you can look out there, you can see the field is in real good condition.
The field is in excellent shape. I haven't seen this field looking this well. In a few years, they had that problem a few years back with the mites and all eating it up. But I tell you what, Mr. Malloy has really done a good job getting this field ready, and come time for the playoffs, we are really going to be in good shape. The middle of the field, which normally takes the brunt of the problems as far as the teams running up down the field, wearing it all out and everything, is in really, really, really good shape. So.
Yeah, it really is. Mike, tonight we will see, I look for some key players tonight, not only offensively, but you have to look on the defense and offensive line. And one kid that really stands out, has been an anchor for Phoebus all year, has been their center, Robinson, and he also plays defense and has done a fantastic job. And young man plays the tackle on the 4-4 that Bill Dee's got. And this young man has done real well, but they want to make sure that they don't have any turnovers. You turn the ball over, and you give the other team a chance at a score when they wouldn't have had a chance. You know, if you punt the ball, okay, but don't turn it over.
Well, this turnovers in this game is going to be really critical. Any turnover in this game could swing this one way or the other. Both teams playing really well.
Yeah, I talked to Tracy Parker earlier, and he was telling me about Woodside, and I said, you know, Woodside passed for some for a touchdown against you guys that, you know, I thought might have made a difference in the ball game, but you come back and won it. He says, we're not focused. He says, we've got to maintain our focus on defense. If we do that, we have a chance to be in the game. And they have let other teams beat themselves. If
that's absolutely true, yes.
You look at Kickotan statistics and the last, okay, let's go to the microphone with the referee.
You guys play football, let us referee. Don't retaliate. If somebody does something, come tell us about it. Because if you try to get him back, we're going to catch you instead of him, and you're going to get stuck in the penalty. So keep your wits about you. Let's have a good game. Now, earlier, we had a coin toss. You guys won the toss and decided to defer, and you were going to kick down that way, right? Okay, so you guys slide your back around. You guys get out here. I'm going to tell everybody that Bethel won the toss.
All right, it looks like the Bethel Bruins won the toss and have deferred to the second half as the Phoebus Phantoms will be kicking off from the east end zone and defending the east.
Okay, guys, shake hands. Let's have a good game.
Right now. The two kids on Phoebus that you got to watch out for offensively. Lewis, of course, has got 1,713 yards, 26 TDs. Aaron Ward has 12 TDs and 1 interception, and that ain't bad, guys.
Eli Lewis, they credited him with 305 yards rushing last week against Warwick, and he was a workhorse in that game. That was a game that Bob Killen and I went over and did the stats for, and he had 29 carries, I think, or 32 carries. Eli Lewis last week. I think he was. He was all over the field.
Here come the Phantoms offense.
Aaron Ward, freshman.
Eli Lewis, junior.
Lester James, senior.
Dustin Johnson, senior.
Matt Wright, sophomore. Anthony Robinson, senior.
Xavier Little, senior.
Jonathan Marshall, senior.
Garrett Powell, senior. Thomas Johnson, junior.
And that's their Phoebus Phantom offensive team.
Let's see who's kicking off for the Bruins. And that should be Chaz Batchelor, number 1.
And that's who it is. Back deep for the Phantoms.
Deep man is our guy, Mr. Lewis.
And that's Lewis taking it at the 6. Uh-oh. Right straight up the middle. He's got one guy to beat. If he can get by him, he's gone. And that will look like he's going. Down at the last moment. At the 2-yard line. Got the ball from the 6 and ran it all the way back to the. Got the ball at the 6-yard line. I was corrected by Mr. Killen.
So how long was that run back? How long was it? Don't give me where the.
He's doing the stats tonight, right?
Watch
Here's the replay.
this thing open up. I mean, there is a hole that opens up right there, and he goes through it and put a nice move right there on Batchelor, but Batchelor never gave up.
92 yards, Mr. Killen tells us.
Here comes the defense for the Kickotan. With Bruins.
Deshaun Chester, senior.
Lamar Tynes, junior. Marcus James, junior.
Chaz Batchelor, senior. Elmo Robinson, senior. Donnell Cherry, senior.
AJ Harris, senior.
Keith Lopez, junior.
Jamar Jackson, junior.
Kenny Jones, junior.
All right, here we go. One play, Eli Lewis pulls it right up the middle for the touchdown. As one offensive play, one kickoff, and 6 points.
Well, and that's one of the things that's going to make Tracy Parker very upset tonight, is because on your special teams, everybody's got certain responsibilities, and nobody plugged up the middle. Chaz Batchelor did what he was supposed to do. He did stop the touchdown, but
they had to catch him from behind. I guess by that time, Mr. Lewis had run out a little bit of gas. That's Chris Schwartz in there for the extra point is good. And the Phoebus Phantoms have a 7-0 lead in 20 seconds.
20 seconds. All right, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight, and that player will receive a trophy and a shirt. Trophy comes from Trophy World, located in the historic Hilton Village in Newport News. For all your recognition and award needs, trophies, plaques, and custom engraving, contact Bob Hilling at Trophy World, 595-7354. You mention this announcement, and you'll get the special pricing. The shirt comes with Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidery, uniforms, and apparel. Call 594-0411 and talk to either David Chubb or Terry McNamara. We do appreciate both of those outfits, Trophy World and Tidewater Team Sports, for allowing us to pick player of the game, and Mike and I will do that tonight.
Back deep for the Bruins to receive the kickoff. Number 7 is Brandon Ash. He is standing back on his own 3-yard line, getting ready to kick off for the Phoebus Phantoms. That's number 33, Chris Schwartz, who just got through kicking the extra point. 7-0 early here in the first quarter. That was taken at the 13-yard line by Darius Mullins. And he gets the ball back to the...
Here comes the offensive unit for the Bruins.
Marcus James, Jr.
AJ Harris, senior. Lamar Tynes, junior.
Michael Garner, Jr.
Dale Harrison, senior. LaShawn Campbell, senior.
Wayne Lipscomb, senior.
Chaz Batchelor, senior.
Brandon Haygood, Jr.
Matt Hill, sophomore.
All right, let's see what the Bruins come out in. They're going to spread it out. Look at this.
Starting off with their own 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D-line.
Handoff up the middle for, looks like he may have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Who was that, Chaz? Here comes the defense for the Bruins. For the Phantoms.
Cyrus Francis, senior.
Anthony Robinson, senior.
James Hill, senior.
Steve Friday, junior.
Devontae Leslie, Jr. Jonathan Marshall, senior. Travis Kadera, senior.
Stephon Moss, junior.
Lester James, senior.
Yeah, that was a loss of about a half a yard by Chaz Batchelor, so it'll be 2nd down and a long 10 here.
Out of the shotgun.
Oh, right off the hands of number 83. That's LaShawn Campbell.
It was a little bit behind him, but that was a catchable ball that time.
Matthew Hill, the quarterback for the Bethel Bruins. 3rd down now and just over 10.
Matthew Hill, just a sophomore, comes by being a quarterback, got good genes. He's got 2 uncles that quarterbacked at Bethel High School, Mike Tyndall and Eddie Tyndall. And his dad, Randy Hill, was a lineman
Sets
for
up in
the
the
Bruins.
shotgun and snapped it over his head. They're for a scramble now, looking for the ball. It looks like the Phantoms have recovered the fumble. Well, it looks like James Hill that may have gotten that ball. Number 8.
Number 8, yes, it was. And look where that gives them the ball.
1st and 10 at the Bruin 12. 1 play, a touchdown. 2 plays, a fumble.
And just a bad snap. It went straight up in the air. There's no way he was going to get that ball. By the time he had caught it, he was going to get creamed.
Aaron Ward under center. Hands the ball off to Lewis, and he takes 1 stutter step to the right, 1 stutter step to the left, and he scores.
He's got 14 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. We said that's kind of together, didn't we? Watch this, just right up the middle, good blocking, and he just kind of finds a little angle there and just puts it right in the end zone.
Schwartz in for the extra point attempt. And just that quick, it's 14-0 Phoebus. And there's still 10 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first period. First quarter.
Zooms is giving an award to the senior player in each one of the football teams this year who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded plaques at a school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continued support to WHCS and our student athletes. The star athletes for football this year: Bethel, Deshaun Chester; for Hampton, Trevor Broughton; for Kickotan, Thomas Gilkey; and for Phoebus, Travis Credera.
One play, 12 yards. And our buddy here says it took him 6 seconds to run it.
Our buddy? When he eats a hot dog, you...
Oh, here we go. Explanation time. All right. 14-0 early here, first quarter. Phoebus Phantoms will be kicking off now. Schwartz is getting ready to kick off with the Phantoms. Again, it's going to Darius Mullins. Got a seam up the middle. Oh, got him by the shirt tail. If he hadn't got him, he'd have got a lot of yards.
That was Matt Wright that got a hold of him, number 87. But he found a seam that time.
Taken down at the 36-yard line where the Bethel Bruins will take over first and 10.
Nice run back.
22 yards on that return.
There's a pass to 22 yards. Bruins take over first from the 36.
So Matthew Hill brings him back out now, and he's under center. Looks like he's going to go to the air a few more times. That was overthrown to
we got
Derek
a little
Johnson.
bit of got a penalty flag come flying in there from the linesman. Ineligible man downfield. And you can see the ball just a little bit high.
You would wonder on a play like that who would be illegally downfield.
Now, it had to be an interior lineman, didn't it?
For first down over again. Got ineligible downfield. Here, still first down.
Might have been that the wideout covered up the end and made him, if he'd got up on line of scrimmage, made the end ineligible.
That's correct.
I don't know if that was the case, but that's one of the possibilities.
Well, a 5-yard penalty, that puts them back to the 31. It'll be first down again, but this time it's 15.
Bruins will operate first and 15 on the 31 after the penalty.
Handoff is to the tailback. And he may have got a yard or two.
Well, he's got number 30 running a quarter at the tailback.
Darius Mullins.
That's the Mullins young man that's run back both kickoffs, right? Is that the one that run the kickoffs back?
That's correct. Second down, and looks like they gave him a yard. Second and 14 here. 10 minutes even to go now in the first quarter.
Oh, what are we in now?
Oh, looks like
old single wing.
Hill went out to the wing over there. That was almost snapped over his head again. But taking the snap that time was
number
Campbell. 83, LaShawn Campbell.
And they just shifted into the old, looked like the old single wing almost.
Well, he got smothered and lost about 4 yards on the play.
Here's a good shot of the booth. Some of our fans here. That Matt Wright doing a great job of coming in from behind.
So now it's third down at about 17 for the Bruins. Another pass. Excellent play called by LaShawn Campbell out, and that may be good enough for a first down.
Well, he marked him short, I think.
He may have gone out of bounds. See if we can see on the replay where he went out of bounds.
Well, we're looking to see where he marked.
Well, I don't see where he's gone out of bounds yet, and I see him still up all the way about a yard shy of the 50. And where they mark it at?
Well, he's taking time out here, the officials' time out, to get a right mark, and I don't know.
Wonder why they're marking it back there. The replay clearly showed him being pulled down at the 49.
Well, he got the first down anyway, so I'm with you. Unless his foot stepped out, hit the chalk.
We could clearly see it and didn't see a line being stepped on. We'd have to see the replay again, but they put the ball back. Well, they did give him a first.
Oh, look at this. Look at this move.
Did he drop the ball? Yeah, he did. He dropped the ball.
Yep.
Well, that was a good job by Scotty.
Hey, that's Scotty, and that's our crew down there you're talking about. Let's talk about that crew. We got Andy Foley down there, and I don't know what's Andy doing. All the graphics. Andre Mattingly, we just saw what he can do with the slow motion. The cameras, Ron Baton, Nathaniel Braxton, Mike Nowinski, Susan Bowers, Steve Fryer, production assistants, John Terrell, Juan Brown, and Sarah Myers. Don Scharouse is the engineer, and Scotty, my man Bowers, doing everything else.
Another snap over the head of Hill. He gets the ball back this time, and he's all the way back inside the 35.
Well, what's hurting the Bruins right now is their center. They need to get somebody over there that can center the ball in a straight line and not straight up in the air.
Yeah, they're having a hard time executing the shotgun.
And that was not Hill that came up with the ball. That's Hill standing off to the side. I don't know who the other back was back there with him.
Chaz Batchelor was back there. He may have been the one to get it. We're down to 3rd and a bunch. About 23.
Oh, wow. Stephen Friday.
But it looks like the Bethel line is having a difficult time containing the defense for the Phoebus. Phoebus is really fired up for this one. Back to punt now for the Bruins. Chaz Batchelor, and deep for the Phoebus Phantoms. I can't see his number.
And they're going after the kicker.
They didn't get him.
There was contact made.
Ball's down by the Bruins, back to the Phantoms' 35-yard line, where Phoebus will take over 1st and 10.
There's contact made on the at the punter, but obviously the referee didn't think it was enough to call running into the kicker or roughing the kicker.
It might have actually been after the play, because I know the punt had already taken place and he was already down on his feet, and it looked like he just slid out from underneath them. It was a 36-yard punt for the Bruins. Now the Bethel Bruin defense is going to have to stop the offensive team. Somebody's lost their helmet there as Ward hands the ball off to Elon Lewis, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards, maybe 4 yards on the play. Going to make a 2nd down and 6.
That's as number 50 lost his helmet.
You can see the helmet banging around down there.
That's 50
replay.
For the Bruins. That's Mark.
Got to make sure the head's
James
not in
Marcus.
it too.
Oh, Marcus James. I'm sorry.
Here's his first pass, and it was in his hands, and he heard footsteps.
And that was Dustin Johnson, and he'd love to have that back because he went down to the first line, or first down, Mark.
James. That was number 4.
Oh, it was number 4. Okay. You're right.
Number 5's on this side of the line. He lined up left side. Lester James had that ball, hit him right square in the hands. I think that's usually a place where they have a problem catching.
Be nice. Be
right.
nice.
3rd down and 6 for the Phantoms.
Look for the. We're going to get another pass. So
set up a screen pass over here to number 87. That's. Uh-oh, he got a block, and he's down the sideline all the way down to the 10-yard line.
We got penalties.
Matt Wright, there's flags all over the field. Is that?
No, down here. Penalties look like they're at about the 26. Nice setup on the screen.
They had the screen set up perfectly, and watch him get a block here by Lewis. Right there, and that block opened up about another 20 yards for him. But I think
there was somebody else was coming from behind and caught the young man that Lewis was blocking, caught him in the back, I think.
Well, they'll probably get the ball from the spot of the foul. It's still going to end up being a first down, but they're going to lose a whole lot of yardage on it. They'll mark it off from the Bruin 25, a 10-yard penalty. So the Phoebus Phantoms will take over the ball 1st and 10 at the Bruin 35.
Bruins from the 35-yard.
That was a nice, well played
screen. Did a good job on the screen. And that was set up by the offensive line, putting a little pressure on and letting the defensive man get through, make you think he fought through.
option play, and he held on to the ball and slides down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of about 11 and another first down for the Phoebus Phantoms.
Well, Aaron Ward is getting better and better at that, and he runs that option, and he's dangerous when he runs the ball. Nice block right there.
He's in an area of the field right now that is rather soggy. What was the word you used earlier?
That's
one of those
water.
Casual water where you can pick the ball up and carry it somewhere
Yeah,
else?
only if you're playing golf.
Oh, okay.
Not the football. You can't pick the football up.
There's a handoff to Lewis up the middle, and he's going to get about 8 yards on the play. Second down and about 2.
And that was just a cross buck in the back and cross blocking at the line of scrimmage.
A nice fake to the lead back, and Bethel's defensive line bit on that first fake. Second down and 2 now for the Phantoms. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter play.
Double wideouts at the top of the screen.
And that'll give them 5 yards and a first down as one of the Bruins jumped offside.
There's a penalty on the play.
That should put the ball down at about the 12-yard line. Looks more closer like the 11-yard line.
Well, that means they can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
First and 10. Already leading right now 14-0. There's Lewis again inside the 10, down close to the 9. About a 2-yard gain. Be a second down and 8.
Big number 62 for the Phantoms. Robert Edwards pulled from the right side to lead that little run. Mr. Edwards is 5'9", 285, and just a sophomore.
Here's a show
Right there, see him? Boom, there he goes. Find somebody to hit.
Bethel had to change a player. I think they had a problem with some equipment, so that's what the holdup was. 4:20 to go in the first quarter. Option play again, and this time he holds it again and gets down. Battles his way just inside the 5-yard line.
Chaz Batchelor, one of the tacklers, along with, I think, number 4, Scott Wilshard.
Gets the ball down inside the 5. That was a gain of about 5 yards on the play. Third down and 3. And they can get a first down. All you need to do is get it to the 1. Pitch out to Lewis as he rolls to the left and goes in for his third score of the night. Touchdown, Phantoms. They extend their lead now to 20-0.
Again, nice pulling on the offensive line.
And they attempt the extra point for the Phantoms. Again is number 33, Chris Schwartz, as he is attempting his third here in the first quarter. Kicks up and good. 21-0. As the Phoebus Phantoms have jumped on the Bethel Bruins rather quickly here in the first period.
I want to let our fans know that the Math Zone is back on Channel 46. Check out the new features. One of them, Teachers on the Run. You call in, get help with your math homework, or solve the problem of the day. This is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, live at 5 p.m. on WHS Channel 46.
You got to give us a kick. Here we go. Hit squad on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit squad!
Corporate sponsors Hampton Chevrolet, Jeep, Mazda, at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Give them a call, 838-5450. There you go. That's Phyllis Henry there in the middle of your screen, principal at Phoebus High School.
And kicking off for the Phantoms now, Chris Schwartz, number 33. His name sure has been called a lot tonight.
He's been doing a lot of kicking. He's going to have to put some liniment on that leg before the night's over.
There is Darius Mullins again running his third kickoff back.
And he
fumbled the ball, and I believe the Phantoms have got the ball at the Bruin 34-yard line.
And that's the second turnover. Oh, is it the second turnover?
I believe number 12, Chris Arnold, may have got that one. Well, when it goes bad, I think it's all going bad right now for the Bethel Bruins.
Well, you struggle, try to get that one more extra yard, try to break a tackle, and somebody grabs your arm, and there goes the ball.
So with 3:28 to go here in the first quarter, on a nice clear, it finally did clear up. Cloudy all day. I was beginning to wonder if it was going to rain today.
Looked like it.
There's a fake by Ward, and he rolling out, and you could see how wet the ground is.
He wanted to make a cut, and feet just went right out from under him.
I was getting ready to holler like an umpire, safe. He's going to gain about a yard, I think, on that play. That'll make it 2nd down and 9 for the
And that was
Phantoms.
a design rollout, and it was a design, looked like it was run all the way. Mike didn't look like he was going to pass it or hand off or anything. He was just going to run it.
Well, the Bruins defense actually had that one played pretty well.
Yes, they did. He was not many places he could go.
He tried to break it inside, but his footing didn't work. Here's Lewis off the right side, and he's going to gain maybe about a yard. That should make it about 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and a long 7. Let's see what it marks. 3rd and a long 7 here.
Yeah, we got a timeout. Phoebus
calls their first timeout of the game.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that, the new way they're doing the power ratings, and it just blows your mind. You look at the Division 5, Indian River has got a 25 power rating, Hampton High 23.6, Lake Taylor 22.4, Phoebus 21.9, and Kickintan 21.4. So, I mean, you talk about, you get down from Lake Taylor, Phoebus, and Kickintan, they're all right close.
You wonder why there's a disparity between 1st and 2nd place. 23.6 and 25 in the power rating is a large number.
Right.
But there's a reason for that.
Indian River's paid more Division 6 teams.
That's right.
And in the Division 6, you've got Lansdowne with a 27.9, Western Branch 27, Oscar Smith 26.1, Deep Creek 23.5, and Bethel 23.3. So, and Deep Creek's got a 6-2 record. The Bruins have a 7-1 record, yet they have a lower power rating, again, because of the lack of, actually it's a lack of getting playing Division 6 teams.
Well, to tell you how much Aaron Ward has advanced, improved this year, he's leading the district with over a 60% percentage ratio, and here's another big pass, little screen out here to the left, and did you see that block?
That was a great block. Who was that?
Dustin Johnson just leveled the defender just in. Pass was completed for 13 yards to Moss.
Solid hit. We see that again?
I'd like to see it again because I was looking for a name and didn't see it. Now here's Aaron Ward under center again. Pitches out to Lewis, who goes wide left and is forced out of bounds inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. That'll be a gain of about a yard. Here comes that hit that we were talking about a little while ago. Nice pass. His passes are on the money, and look at that.
Solid shot by Dustin Johnson. Woo! Yes, right, Scotty. We put that in our greatest hits collection. You're absolutely correct on that.
2nd and 9. Ward goes back to pass again.
Got a penalty.
I think he intercepted the pass. I don't know if he dropped it or whether he still had it, but I got a feeling we're going to have defensive interference. I'm sorry, offensive interference, but it is interference on the offense.
Yeah.
I couldn't see whether he caught it. No, he didn't, because there's the ball still sitting there. I thought he had pulled it in. So that's a big penalty against the Phantoms. $15 biggies.
And a loss of down.
And a loss of down, it should be.
It is.
That'll take it all the way back to the 33-yard line. So it'll be it's a loss of down. 3rd down and about 24 yards. I believe if Aaron had to put the ball out there just a little bit further, he may have got a better shot at it. The ball was underthrown.
That was kind of a fade route.
Yeah, the offensive player actually helped his own calls by making it not be intercepted. Here's a reverse to Johnson as he's around the left side down inside the 20, which is close to back where the original line of scrimmage was, down to the 18-yard line. So he got a bunch of the yards back, but it looks like it's going to be about a 4th down and 9.
Well, we may see a field goal, see if he sends Chris Schwartz in or not.
Here's the replay of that one again. It was a nice play.
Schwartz is in to attempt a field goal.
It's Dustin Johnson around the left.
35-yarder.
Yeah, 35-yard kick, huh? He's been true on his extra points. Snaps down, and there goes the kick, and it looks long enough, and it is good.
Right down to 2.
With 1:35 to go in the first quarter, the Phoebus Phantoms tack on a field goal, now lead the Bethel Bruins by a score of 24-0. Look at that, they're showing shirts. It's awful chilly up here. Maybe we ought to go get a couple of them.
I'm not chilly.
Well, you're wearing a coat.
Well, you don't own a coat?
Yeah, but you got the window open.
But you don't own a coat? Hey, Mr. Killen, does he not own a coat? I don't understand this guy. Yes, there you go. You can't ask anything better than that. All right, check out the Channel 46 Sports website at whcs46.sportscombine.com. You'll be able to get the update on all high school sports. Check them out. Is that too cold on you, Mike?
I'm giving you a hard time.
Okay. Good shot of Phyllis Henry there, and the sister principals on either side of her. It's like she's got her bodyguards.
Kickoff down to number 21. That's Jamar Jackson of the Bruins. And he will bring the ball back to about the 28-yard line, where the Bruins will take over 1st and 10. And 18 yards on the return by the Bruins.
James Hill in on to stop number 8.
And no fumbles.
And who said that?
Mr. Killen did.
And there's a good shot of you and I, Mike, coming from our sideline camera, and I think that might be coming from Mr. Fryer, Steve Fryer. He's on the little, I don't know what you call that, the crane. Okay. Now, I've seen a crane that is a whooping crane, but that thing there that gives you up. Now, you could get seasick going up and down on that thing.
And Hill hands the ball off to number 32, which is Ladarius Adams.
He
didn't even get a yard out of it, but
well, he'd been hurt, so I'm surprised to see him in there. But
well, he's their leading rusher. Without him, obviously, he's having a problem. That's a nice little run by Adams off to the right side. He may be about a yard.
Well, we're going to. Right there's a shot of that camera crane. That was Moss and James on that stop that time.
3rd down and 1 for the Bruins.
Good shot. Look at that. Miles Bain is the man that's doing up and down on that thing. He's going to, just like pumping iron, he'll be strong tonight.
Draw play to Adams, and the Bruins stop it. He's going to lose about a yard. On the tackle for the Bruins, number 51, Anthony Robinson. 4th down and 3 now for the Bruins.
Now
Ball sitting right on their own 35-yard line.
This will be an experience. Always an experience when this young man centers that ball and he centers it high. It takes about an extra second to get back to that kicker. And I know Chaz Batchelor is saying,
Get it down.
Get it to
down.
me. Keep it low.
Well, we've come to the end of the first quarter, and the Phoebus Phantoms jumped.
John Grover.
I mean, they jumped because they came out really fired up as they at the end of the first quarter. The Phoebus Phantoms lead the Bethel Bruins 24-0.
John Grover is the man now. He's the head guy out here, keeping this thing straight. Yeah. And he says, don't give me too much camera time because I do get shy. My footy gets shy. He look at him. He's loving this stuff. Oh. Hey, we could use some of that Zoom's Beantown coffee tonight. A little chilly, you said. Huh? How about some fried chicken, some potato wedges, and we can always get a box of one of Krispy Kreme donuts.
I can't believe you didn't stop and get some.
I thought about it.
But I'm sorry, that's right. Tim's not here.
Yeah, Tim. Well,
and
Tim brings the box in one, and I get the box.
I was going to say I've never seen anything in it.
But there's nothing in it.
Okay.
He gets it all.
Bethel Bruins. Looks like the Bethel Bruins are going to have to call timeout. They had a problem with their lineup.
Some miscommunication there. Anyway, you can get that ham and cheese subs. They got pizza, ice cold Coca-Cola, and fill up that car with good Citgo gasoline. That's Zoom, 14 convenient locations. Good shot of a Phantom. State champion 2002. That's somebody's jacket down there. I don't know who's the jacket.
That was state championship number 2 in a row. 2002. Back deep to punt for the Bethel Bruins. Number 1, Chaz Batchelor. Number 4 for the Phoebus Phantoms. That's Lester James is back deep to receive the punt, standing on about his own 30-yard line.
Oh, nice punt.
Whoa. That's going to drive him all the way back to about the 18-yard line. And he gets the ball back to about the 25.
Well, I tell you, you give Chaz Batchelor time to punt, and he put a foot in. What was the length of that punt, Mr. Killen?
Watch this play again. He got a foot in that one. That one even left the camera view all the way down to about the 18-yard line. 47 yards on the punt, and that was all in the air.
That was an excellent punt by Mr. Chaz Batchelor.
So the Phoebus Phantoms will take over the ball at their own 25-yard line. 11:48 to go in the second quarter play here in Darling Stadium on a crisp night.
Well, the wind's picked up a little bit. Of course, I don't feel it.
Handoff is to the up back.
I
believe that's number 15.
Yeah, Samuel.
Marcus Samuels, as he rumbles his way down off the left side for about 14 yards. What did he say?
He's wanting to know if you're interested in the halftime rental of his coat.
No, I can do something that's easier than that. Just close the window.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You could do that.
I'm fine. It's not that cold out here.
Yeah, you always turn blue.
First and 10. Aaron Ward kept the ball that time, and he gets about a yard on the play.
Yeah, he's got to pitch it when the run's not there, and you got a young man by the name of Elon Lewis waiting there.
And he
get
had
him
the whole
one-on-one on somebody. You give him a little room, and he'll pick up some yardage for you.
He had the whole right side of this line to go down.
Yes, he did.
Wide open, and he did get it to him. But Second down and 9 from their own 40-yard line. Setting up for a pass, and they had him in the backfield, but he got it off. It's complete to number 87, Matt Wright, all the way out to the Bethel 47-yard line.
He almost put a knee down, but he put his hand down and balanced himself. I'm talking about young Mr. Aaron Ward. Watch this as he goes back and slips.
Got 13 yards on the pass.
Oh. And that slip may have saved him. Because the Bethel Bruin was right on him.
First and 10 for the Phantoms at the Bruin 47-yard line. There goes Lewis off the left side. He gets about 6 yards down to about the 41-yard line. That'll make it second down and 4 for the Phantoms. 24-0 here. 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go. The Phoebus Phantoms. Homecoming night.
I tell you, Bethel and Phoebus have played some games in recent years that have been kind of weird, and this one is weird on the Bethel side of the ball. They just can't get anything to work right tonight.
He got the pitch out to Lewis, and he's got the whole sideline to go down. He's down inside the 25-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Maybe they're going to mark it right at the 25.
Yeah, looks like
that's where it's going to get marked.
And that's why you pitch it.
16
yards. If they got him covered, you don't pitch it, but nobody had him covered. He got a nice block there. Who was it? Might have been Samuels. Somebody leveled somebody.
Timeout again by the Bethel Bruins. That gives them one timeout left. The Phoebus Phantoms have 2 left here in the first half. There's a nice shot of one of our cameras.
Oh, that's Nathaniel Braxton.
Wave up too late.
He's too busy doing his job to be waving. I want to let the fans know that WHCS Channel 46 broadcasts the Hampton School Board's meetings live on the first Wednesday of every month, and that's at 7:30. Used to do 2, but now they're just doing 1 a month, 7:30. They're live, so tune in and be informed.
Well, the Phoebus Phantoms defense is doing the job. They have held Phoebus to a minus 25 yards on 10 rushes so far.
I don't think they've held Phoebus.
I'm sorry. The Phoebus Phantoms defense has held the Bethel Bruins offense.
Okay, now I can believe
25 yards and 10 carries so far.
Well, when you have the ball go over your head and you lose all that yardage, that doesn't help.
It all adds up. Second down.
No, it's first down.
Yeah, the yard marker over there at second down. Yes, you're correct. It is first down.
Yeah, because Lewis just got a first down. I don't know how they lost it down.
Hand off to Marcus Samuels up the middle, and he's going to gain about maybe 2.5, 3 yards. Second down and about 7 here. And Bethel should be getting a penalty for too many players on the field. There goes Lewis down the left side for another touchdown.
And that's what, about 22, 23 yards? 22 yards looks like.
It's good for 22 yards and his 4th touchdown of the night. And he's well on his way to reaching the 100-yard mark early.
A good shot, young lady in the was just in the middle of your screen right there. When I work out down at the Y, I see her down there working out, and she's got on a Phoebus T-shirt every morning when she's working out.
Chris Schwartz for the Phantoms in to attempt the extra point. Right now, the score sitting 30-0.
Have an injured Phantom on the field, Xavier Little.
Moss coming in.
Moss is coming in to substitute for him.
He looks like he's going to. Oh, I see.
He just took a player's position,
yeah.
A guard. All right, here's the point after snap down. It's down, up, and it is good. So Schwartz has hit everything he's tried to kick.
Watch this nice block right there. See who that young man was. If we could run that again, Scotty, and slow it just as he breaks through the line of scrimmage, pick up that lineman who, good shot of Lewis, who did a kick-out block right there, number 62. Watch him come across right here. Nice kick-out block right there. That's his job. Pull and hit that guy. That's great. That's Robert Edwards, and he's just a sophomore. 5'9", 285. He's a little bit like a bulldozer going across there, isn't he?
You know, Lewis had 26 touchdowns for the season before tonight. He's already got 4. He's already reached the 30 plateau in touchdowns on this season and still has another game to go.
In the regular season.
And he has 80 yards so far in the first half on 11 carries. That's a good average.
Yeah, just under 8 yards a carry.
I think any running back that would love to be able to average 8 yards a carry. Here's Schwartz kicking the ball off to the Bethel Bruins. This one,
number 20 again. Oh, that was 21 that time.
Jarrell Ray.
That was Jamar Jackson. Jamar Jackson running. That's 21. Yeah, that's 21.
Yep, that's who it is. Well, the Bethel Bruins are starting 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. They put themselves in a major hole here in the first half, trailing 31-0.
And you got to go out and say, okay, let's work on things that we know we can do. And the shotgun formation is definitely not what they need to do.
That looks like Adams carrying the ball on the right side after taking the handoff from Matthew Hill. He's going to gain about a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Bruins as they're in a no-huddle formation here. Looks like they've got wideouts to the left, 2 of them, and 1 wideout to the right. As he goes back to pass.
Oh, nice catch.
Nice catch by number 83 of the Bruins. That's LaShawn Campbell.
Well, I'm going to tell you, what a throw by
he was under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but off his back foot. Look at that. He can't even step into the ball.
3rd down and about 3 for the Bruins with the ball sitting right on the 30-yard line. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Have 3 split wide to the right, and there's a fumble on the snap. And
if anything else,
Hill got the ball back.
But, this is one of those things that's Murphy's Law time for the Bruins. It seems like what can go wrong will go wrong tonight.
I think they're wanting the clock to run real fast the rest of this half. Get them into the locker room where the coaching staff can go over what they need to do in the second half to kind of stop this. I almost want to use the word onslaught, because right now Bethel is having a hard time doing anything right.
But it looks like the Phantoms are putting 10 men on the line of scrimmage. It looks like they may be going after this punt.
And Lester James is deep back on about his own 32-yard line to receive the punt. He got the punt off. And it looks like it'll fall dead at about the Phoebus
29-yard line.
And that was kicked from the 29.
But the 28-yard line is where they're going to spot it. About 28.
How long is that punt, Mr. Killen? Get your calculator. He's got his shoes off.
I'll put them back on. 44 yards on the punt.
I had a 47 earlier, 44.
He got a lot of roll on that one, though. That other one he kicked was all in the air.
He had a little more pressure, though, on that one.
1st and 10 at the 28 for the Phantoms. Aaron Ward under center, and he hands the ball off. It looks. Is that Lewis?
Yeah.
Lewis will get about 2 on the play to just outside of the 30. 2nd down and 8. Both teams are going to a no huddle.
Well, it's like in basketball, a team that presses doesn't like to get pressed.
There's Lewis again on the left side. They got him bottled up that time. We gained about a yard maybe on the play. That'll bring up a third down and about 7 for the Phantoms. I couldn't see who got the actual tackle. Ball is spotted at the 32-yard line. Third down and a long 6.
3rd and 6 from the 32 for the Phantoms.
Trying to draw them offside again. Little pass out here to number 5 is Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, just didn't work.
It's about 4 yards on the play. That'll give them they're short by about 2 yards, so it'll be.
That'd be the first time they had 3 and out.
Yeah, 4th down and about 2 for the Phantoms. They may actually have to punt this time. Back deep for the Bethel Bruins, number 80, Michael Ayers, and number 15 is Rashad Everett. That's Whitaker punting the ball for the Phantoms. This is his first punt of the night. And lots of
delay
of game. I was going to say lots of whistles there, but they'll do it again. Just back it up 5 yards. That'll just give them a little bit more room to punt the ball.
Okay. I don't know that the coaches will agree with that.
What do you mean? Bob over here says he didn't need any more room. Fourth and about 7 here. There's a snap.
Whoa, straight
up in the air. Out of bounds. That's not going to be much of a punt. They're going to have to. Ooh, I didn't think it went that far. Anyhow, this ball is going to be spotted at the Phantoms' 47-yard line.
Best field position that the Bruins had. In fact, first time they've had the ball in the Phantom end of the field.
16 yards on the punt. 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the first half. Phoebus 31 and Bethel 0. First time the Bruins have been across the 50-yard line tonight. Matt Hill back to throw, being flushed out. He threw that one into coverage. It was intercepted, but he was out of bounds.
Well, the receiver was open initially.
It was intended for
Brandon
Ash.
By the time that Hill got out of the pocket and started to roll, then the defense picked him up.
Second down to 10 after the incomplete pass. Hand off to Adams, and he's bottled up right off the bat. He'll lose about a yard. As number 9 for the Phantoms, Devonta Lindsay, was in there and got him quick.
We've got a injured player on the field.
Is that Adams down?
No, that's Chaz Batchelor, and that's the young man they can ill afford to lose. He's their punter, their fullback. He plays all over the place, plays defensive end on the other side of the ball, so he's all over the place. I do want to thank our other corporate sponsor, Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda. Get your new and used cars and your pickups at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Go down to see them or give them a call at 838-5450. What do we got here?
You can look a little bit at some of the stats from the district after last week's games.
And Phoebus is
number 1 team in the offense in the district is Phoebus.
Look how they're rushing. 340, almost 346 yards a pop.
Averaging 49 points a game. Woodside is second in the district in offense, averaging 33, and Hampton follows at just under 26 a game. Defensively, though, the Hampton Crabbers are leading the way as they are only giving up an average of 3.1 points or 3.9 points a game.
Phoebus is giving up, what, 7.6?
Yeah. they're averaging the Crabbers are averaging less than 36 yards average given up rushing per game, and passing 56, with Phoebus giving up an average of 67 yards of rushing. Right now, I think their average is going to improve.
You think so?
Well, they had them for minus 25 earlier, and I don't think they've got anything since, have they? The Bethel Bruins. The Bruins are going to have to get something going here. They're running out of time in the second quarter. We're down to 4:45. Is he going to call that an incomplete pass?
Yeah, his arm was going forward.
I don't think Coach D thinks so.
And D is a little upset. He said, wait a minute, there goes my hat. Put that hat back on, Bill. Blinking blind. Bill goes to the same barber.
Well, let's look
Tim
at it
goes
again.
to.
Was it a fumble? Did he have it going? Well,
yeah.
That was an iffy one there.
It looked like he hit the ball, but
and the Bruins are coming in. New punter for the Bruins, number 7 is Brandon Ash now.
New punter.
Boy, he is back a long ways.
Well, he probably doesn't realize that the other one's not kicking. It's a short punt. Looks like it is going to be down at about 35 is where they're going to mark it. So that's a short punt. 14 yards on the punt. There's a major difference in punting when you take Bachelor out of the game.
Yeah.
Go from averaging over 40 yards a punt down to a 14-yard punt. So the Phoebus Phantoms will take over 1st and 10 with the ball resting at their own 35. Two wideouts down to the right. Lewis set up in the backfield as the tailback. A fake to Lewis. He's going back for the bomb down here, and it's intercepted by number 21 of Bethel, and that is Jamar Jackson at about his own 35. And he's still going. He's down to the 40 of Phoebus, where he is taken down by Elon Lewis. So that's one of the breaks that the Bruins had to
Well, earlier I said that the young Mr. Ward had 1 interception. He now has 2.
He just doubled his output.
Just like that. And that's not the output that he wants to double.
So the Bethel Bruins with 4:14 to go in the second quarter of play, trailing 31-0, will take over 1st and 10 at the Phoebus 40.
Oh, that's better field position to have. That's a good shot of Phyllis Henry. Of course, a big homecoming tonight. That's why everybody looking so spiffy.
That's a nice run of about 13 yards and a 1st down. And I believe was that Mullins?
Number 80.
Oh, 80.
Yeah, number 80. That's Michael Ayers.
Michael Ayers.
Nice run by Michael Ayers.
Gain of about 14 yards.
Somebody needs to step up, and it may be young Mr. Ayers. 5'8", 165 running back.
He didn't get much on that one.
Well, he ran into young Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson.
Stephen Moss also was on the play for the tackle. 2nd down, he loses a yard. 2nd and 11 for the Bethel Bruins. Down to about 3:30 to go in the second quarter. Nice.
Anthony Robinson, 51, 6 foot, 255. He's a man out there.
Hill back to pass. Down he goes.
Nobody was open.
Number 77 for the Phantoms gets the tackle.
Well, he's calling
Cyrus Francis.
Robinson again.
That was Cyrus Francis on the tackle for the Phantoms. Loss of about 4. That'll make it 3rd down and right at 15 as the Bethel Bruins have called their
final timeout.
Final timeout, I believe. 3:03 to go.
Good shot of the huddle there with Phantoms on this side.
It's a pretty nice crowd here tonight.
A good shot of some of our fans. Stan Sexton, one of the assistant coaches under Bill Dee. And of course is Coach D. Greg Navard right there, Coach Navard. He's the defensive guru.
Third down and about 15 for the Bethel Bruins. Ball sitting at the Phoebus 30-yard line. All right, here we go. Back to play. There's Hill throwing the ball, and he's open, and it's intercepted by the Phantom, number 4.
But there's a flag on the play.
And if nobody gets him, he's going to go all the way. So we'll have to wait and see what the flag is, and he goes all the way in. There is a flag on the play, though, all the way back down inside the 20-yard line. We'll have to see what the interception called.
See if we can pick it up. Might have been holding on the other side, you know, as that receiver was going down.
Well, Bethel's going back down there, so
it's evidently it's against the Phantoms.
I think it's against the Phantoms, but we have to wait and see. If that is holding on the defense, that might be a first down. I thought he.
And I think what he's calling is, I thought it would be fast interference, but I think what he's saying is one of the defensive backs grabbed a hold of that potential receiver and held him.
Here it is.
The hold is here.
Here.
Okay, the hold was there. Hold is on the defense. I think.
Slow it down
I think
just
you can see it
here, right
there. Well, I think it was already beyond the play. That's probably why it wasn't pass interference. So the ball is going to be brought back to the 30, and there should be at least a 10-yard penalty here.
Does that carry an automatic first down with it? Well, if it's 15 yards, it's more.
Well, it's only going to be a 10-yard penalty. The question is whether it's from the line, from the spot of the foul.
If it's from the spot of the foul, then
the flag was thrown on the 20-yard line.
Call over there.
But it looks like they're going to take it from the line of scrimmage.
The guy offside.
10 yards.
They're going to make that chintzy call.
It is a hold.
On the 20-yard line, 2:47 left the first half.
We're still waiting to see third down and about 4 now, so it's not an automatic first down. 3rd and 4 from right at the 20-yard line.
3rd and 4 from the 20. I believe that was Adams that had the handoff.
And Adams gets the handoff up the middle. He's going to get about 2 yards, so it's going to be about a 4th down and 2.
See, now you're in a problem. You can't go for a field goal because your field goal kicker is Chaz Batchelor. And he's evidently hurt.
3 points is not going to help him here anyway.
But it'll give you a little bit
get him on the board.
Oh yeah, give you a little bit of incentive going into halftime. What do we got left? 2:13. So let's see what the Bruins have got up their sleeve.
4th and 2 here. Matthew Hill on the center. And there's a flag, and it's probably going to be delayed.
Delay a game. Boy, a bad time for the delay a game to come in if you're the Bruins.
Now it's 4th down and
I was right.
about 7. 2:02 to go in the second quarter.
We lost.
Now
we got a flag, and I'll bet you it's against Phoebus because he lined up offside.
You can't get into the neutral zone. Well,
so give me the 5 yards back. So now it's 4th down and 2 again.
Yeah, that looks like a long one to me.
Still playing 4.
He'll drop back to pass. And
The ball is intercepted by the Phoebus Phantoms in the end zone. That's number 4, Lester James.
exactly what happened, ladies and gentlemen. James trying to pick that
So the Phoebus Phantoms will take over first and 10 at their own 20.
I think he was throwing a fade there, but didn't get it back far enough.
Well, he faked over here to the left and just turned around and threw it.
Yeah, the receiver was behind the defender, but ball was just underthrown.
If you get behind his,
That's a tough pass. That's
He's
a
all in the first time.
there's a little pick up a little conversation on the sideline.
First and 10 for the Phantoms as they stop the Bruins on their own 20-yard line. Handoff is to Lewis on a draw play. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and looks like he may fall forward for about a yard. 1:45 to go in the second quarter. He got a yard. Be second down and 9. And here we get a little bit of play-by-play out of the coaching staff. Nice shot of the Phoebus crowd. Second down and 9. Ball sitting at the 21-yard line. There's a pitch out to Lewis, who cuts it back up the middle, and he may have got another yard. Third down and 8. As the clock keeps on ticking away, we're down to about 50 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, Bethel can't stop it. They don't have any more timeouts.
I'm not so sure at this point they want to stop it, would you? They need to get back and regroup. There's a screen pass out here to Lewis, and look at the hole he's got. He's out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, make it to 44. And that is a nice screen play.
That's just a little low flare pass out of the backfield.
About 22 yards on the play for the first down.
Yes, the
Little flare.
and then the little gut blockers out in front of him.
As the Bruins get out of the hole a little bit there, as they will go first and 10. 31 seconds to go in the second quarter. Ball sitting at the Phantoms 44. Pass out here to number 4, Lester James. He's going to get about 11 and another first down. It looks like the Phantoms are going to try to score again.
Well,
that's what they're on the field for, right?
I would think so.
That was a nice little out play. Took 6 seconds off the clock. First and 10.
And he stopped the clock by going out of bounds.
That's
I mean, he would have stopped it with the first down, but then it would have started. This way, he picked up first down, and the clock didn't get started again.
Yep, that's going to be intentional grounding. There's nobody out here.
Nobody
there was 2 Bethel Bruins and a couple of coaches over here, and I believe there was a couple of the Phantoms players on the sideline waiting for that one.
Intentionally grounding. Coming around. All right, let's go down and see Ron Bate. Let's go, Ron Bate.
Phoebus Phantom Homecoming on WHCS.
All right. Phyllis, we'll get you a job.
Well, that's a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. It'll be second down and 15 now with the ball sitting right at the midfield stripe.
Oh, where you go.
20 seconds to go here in the first half. Draw play to Lewis. They slowed him down, but he got away from it. And he is forced out of bounds at the Bethel 41-yard line. He's going to gain about 9 on the play. Let's see where they mark it.
They're going to look like they're marking right at the 40.
If that's the case, it'll be 10 yards. And that's what it is. Be a 10-yard run by Lewis. That'll put the ball down on the 40-yard line. Third down and 11 seconds. That play took 9 to play. Phoebus Phantoms are getting ready for their homecoming as they have all the court lined up on the fence down there, getting all spiffy and nice and clean and dressed up. Pass over the middle, out of bounds. Nice pass caught down to about the 26-yard line by number 5. That's Dustin Johnson. That'll be a good for another first down as there's 5 seconds left. There's enough time for one more play.
Well, now what do? You got to go to the end zone with it. Or you could try a field goal.
That would be about a 43-yard field goal from there.
Yeah.
So Johnson's wide left. There's a quick pass outside, and he should have gone out of bounds right away.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it. And I tell you what, when the referee blew the whistle, I looked up and there was still a second on the clock. Let's see what they do. They're going to kill it.
No, they're going to say it's it.
Well, the referee stopped the game saying that the clock ran out before he went out of bounds. And if we look at it again, well, we'd have to see the clock, but there was still a second on there when the referee was waving his arms. Well, we're at the halftime now as the Phoebus Phantoms come out strong here, leading the Bethel Bruins 31-0.
We'll be back after this brief timeout.
Back here at Darling Stadium, we're getting ready to start the second half of play as the band's marching off the field. As the Phoebus Phantoms came out here fired up to start this game. They're at the half, and the Phoebus Phantoms lead 31-0. We'll bring up the halftime stats here, and you could look at the stats to see why it's 31-0. As the Bethel Bruins were held to 1 first down. Phoebus had 14. In rushing, the Bethel Bruins were held to a minus 24 yards on 17 attempts. Phoebus has 146 yards on 23 attempts. Passing, Bethel had 25 yards on 2 of 5 with an interception, and the Phoebus Phantoms had 118 yards, 8 of 10 with an interception. Punt returns, Bethel had 1 punt return for 14 yards, and the Phantoms had 1 for 7 yards. Sacks, the Bethel Bruins were sacked 3 times. They lost 20 yards on the play. There were no sacks on against the Phantoms in the first half. The Bethel Bruins fumbled the ball 4 times, losing 2 of those, as the Phantoms did not lose the ball on any fumbles. Penalty yards, 3 for 15 yards against the Bethel Bruins, 6 for 55 yards against the Phoebus Phantoms. Time of possession was a major factor, 16:37 for Phoebus and 7:23 for Bethel.
And Mike, what's really happened here tonight is almost Murphy's Law. If you have to look on the Bethel side of what could go wrong has gone wrong. They've turned the ball over on fumbles. They've turned the ball over on interception. They've had poor field position. And they just can't get in a groove. The defense for the Phantoms has just been in their backfield, has messed up anything they've tried to do. And to compound that, then your center is centering the ball over the quarterback's head. and your punter and your fullback and your kickoff man, Chaz Batchelor, got hurt. So, you know, that all that thing are negatives for Bruins. They're going to have to come out and try to turn this thing around. I don't know what you would say in halftime. If I was Tracy Parker, I don't know what I'd say.
We need some positive plays.
Yeah, and they had one good run. Ayers' kid, number 80, had a nice run.
On a kickoff.
Yeah, and, you know, so, again, you got to look for somebody who's got to step up and help out.
Well, it looks like the Phoebus Phantoms will be kicking off as they will be defending the east end of the field to start the third quarter play.
Well, you know, if you remember at the beginning of the game, the Bruins deferred to the second half.
That's correct.
And second half brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, conveniently located at Hampton Center Parkway and North Armstead Avenue. For information, give them a call at 827-4670. Nancy Staten is the manager. And, of course, I want to let you know that we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight, and that player will receive a trophy and a shirt. The trophy comes from Trophy World, and they're in Newport News. For all your recognition and award needs, trophies, plaques, custom engraving, contact Bob Helling at 595-7354. Mention this announcement, get special pricing. The shirt comes from Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidering, uniforms, and apparel. Call 594-0411. Talk to either David Chubb or Terry McNamara. T-Mac. And, of course, the second half also brought to you by Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda. Like a rock, you can get your pickups down there. Give them a call at 838-5450 or go visit them. 1073 West Mercury Boulevard.
Here we go. The 83 got the ball and handed the ball back to number 7 for the Bethel Bruins, Brandon Ash, who brings the ball back to the 40-yard line where the Bethel Bruins will take over first and 10.
Well, that was a nice run back. Maybe they can start on something positive here.
Well, that's the best start, other than the fact that there was a bad punt by Phoebus, and they actually started the ball, their drive inside of Phoebus's territory. But this by far is the best start after a kickoff. You got 23 yards on the return. First and 10.
I don't see Batchelor out there. We got a one-back offense. That looks like Adams.
Hill again is the quarterback, and he takes a snap and hands off to Adams, who almost fell down, but he got a little bit going there, and it looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Well, he actually ran into not only a defender, but also one of his linemen who was blocking that defender, and actually I was very surprised he picked up any yardage.
Well, he was able to slide a little bit to his left. The defensive line for Phoebus is pushing the offensive line for Bethel back a step.
You're trying to tell me that the defensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage?
No doubt. Here it is again. They're already in the backfield. There's a pass that almost was intercepted. It was intended for number 25. That's Brandon Haygood of the Bruins.
And number 34 for the Phantoms, J.B. Brown, leveled Matt Hill as he let go of that ball.
Corey Blunt was the closest player to the ball. 3rd down and 7 for the Bethel Bruins as they send Brandon Haygood wide left on this play. 3 wide receivers. Hill's back to throw, and that one should have been intercepted too.
Well, there's a miscommunication because the young man running the route that time did not go where the quarterback thought he was going to go.
Defending on the play again was number 10, Corey Blunt. 4th down and 7. Here's a replay, and you'll notice.
You see number 25 actually. Brandon Haygood was going in the opposite direction from where the ball was thrown.
Line drive punt down inside the 25, down to about the 23-yard line.
a good punt in that he kicked it away from the.
And I believe there's a flag on the play.
We
and
do
there
have
it
a
is.
flag?
Yep. Illegal procedure against
Bruins. And
Bruins.
If I was Bill Dee, I'd say make him kick it again.
No doubt. And it was a 34-yard punt just coming back. They're going to re-kick it again because they will take the penalty. So it'll be a 4th down and about 12. Ball will be brought back to about the 38-yard line. So out of 3 plays, the Bruins picked up 3 yards and then lost 5 on a penalty. 4th down and 12 as soon as the referees decide to mark it. Oh, that snap was straight up. Knew that was going to happen. It was blocked by the Phoebus Phantoms.
That
looked like number 28 blocked that ball.
Well, there's a tremendous difference in field position after that penalty really cost them.
Reginald,
that was, look at it just take too long for the ball to get back to the punter.
Yeah, Reginald Norwood actually got the block. Ball is spotted at the Bethel 36-yard line where the Phantoms will take over 1st and 10. 10:40 here in the 3rd. 31-0. Ward hands the ball off to Lewis, who swings out to the left and gets a lot of yards. He's close to a 1st down. Depends on where they mark it.
Looks like they're going to mark it about the 26.
Yeah, they started at the 36. Let's just, if he's inside the 26, it'll be a 1st down. It is. He's already signaled. That referee took care of that for us, didn't he?
Yeah, we didn't have to, no measurement there.
Give him 11 yards on the play. Well, there's whistles on the field.
I think equipment problem.
So far in the game, Elon Lewis has 17 carries, 107 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
And he got most of those in the 1st quarter.
Yeah.
In fact, he got all of them. There's a shot that we just missed. Mr. Ross Carney is in the stand with his family. Sent his hellos up here, and of course Killen had a comment for him, but we won't talk about that.
There's Lewis on a handoff up the middle for a couple, and he bowls his way up to about the 20-yard line. So he's going to get about 5 on that play. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage and put his head down and just worked his way up for 5 yards. 2nd down, and now the clock is stopped again by the referees.
Well, Adams
looks
is
like
coming
Adams
off.
is
Yeah,
down.
because he was hurt coming into this game.
As the training staff now is over there working on Ladarius Adams.
Nah, that's a baby shot. That's one of our young fans here tonight. Maybe they're looking for a guy with a beard. Well, they could get one up here, couldn't they?
Nah.
Well, they could.
Yeah. They mark it just inside of the 21-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and a long 5 for the Phantoms. Hand off to Lewis again to the left, and he's got a lot of room to run inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line.
Maybe closer to the 6. No, it is the 7.
It's about a 14 to 15-yard run. That'll be another 1st down for the Phantoms, as again they're driving for a score. 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line. Well, the referees have stopped the clock again.
Well, Lewis is having equipment problems there. He's trying to fix it. Nobody was helping him, and he finally stopped the clock.
As the referee blows the whistle to continue play again.
7-yard line.
First and goal at the 7. Hand off to Lewis up the middle. Stacked up right at the 5-yard line.
Oh, there's a host of Bruins around him. Looking about 5 on the pile.
Going to gain about 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up a second goal at the 5. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
WACF. Oh, my fault.
Let's see what they're going to do. Going to give it to the main man again.
Aaron Ward on the center. Hands the ball off
nice.
to
Nice play by number 51, Arthur Harris.
I believe that ball was handed off to number 15, Marcus Samuels. He got back to about the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Ball sitting inside the 5, just short of the 4. Third down and goal.
Well, it did not fool Harris, number 51 for the Bruins, playing one of those linebackers by inside linebacker spots. Oh, they're in the elephant formation.
Pitch back to Lewis at the 5-2-1 touchdown. Touchdown number 5 for Ewan Lewis.
Hey, you put your backs in a straight line. You toss the ball to your fullback, and he's got 2 blockers in front of him, and they pick up the linebackers, and he waltzes into the end zone. Watch this. Look at it. Boom. Boom. Right there. Another block. Opened it up for him.
5 touchdowns on the night, pushes the score to 37-0, awaiting for the extra point by Chris Schwartz. It's down, the kick is up, it's long enough, and it is good. With 8:18 to go in the third period, the Phoebus Phantoms extend their lead over the Bethel Bruins, 38-0. Got a lot of sound out of the band on that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Got a little fight song. I guess it's the school song. What was that? I missed it.
That was the boom again.
The boom.
The boom. the crane. I'm sorry.
Don't be calling it the boom. If you see a...
That's 11 touchdowns for Elon Lewis in 2 games.
Hey, you look like you're impressed.
Nothing. It doesn't take much to impress Paul.
Oh, is that done it? Oh, okay. I hope you didn't hear that.
Yeah, I did.
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Oh,
and I
man.
consider the source. Everybody's down here keeping the clocker laughing, too. They think it's funny. Oh. All right, here we go. Schwartz kicks off down to about the 11-yard line as he pitches. 83 pitches back to 7, who gets just hammered just short of the 20-yard line. Brandon Ash gets about 9 yards on the return.
Looks like 34.
He is hammered.
J.B. Brown.
Pitch back, and here he goes, and watch him get hit. Boom, spun him right around. So the Bethel Bruins will start off first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Start talking about Zooms and them donuts, and I'm going to start getting hungry up here.
Well, maybe
I haven't had any dinner tonight. Thanks a lot down there. Here we go.
Now, why didn't you get something to eat before you got here? You
I was late.
And brought 2 Cokes.
I was late.
You brought 2 Cokes. You couldn't have brought something to eat?
I got stuck in traffic.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. Yeah, there you go. Checks in the mail.
Speaking of the checks,
Hey, well, yeah, why did Mr. Killen, didn't you send him down and get you some donuts or hot dogs?
Mr. Killen stands up here and expects people to bring him food.
Oh. He said something about you eating hot dogs.
Right.
I noticed he didn't bring any hot dogs tonight. I guess the reason he didn't eat any because he didn't want you to have to worry about it or something.
Well, that's because he already ate them all before I got here. Yeah, there's a penalty on the play, and I believe one of their left guard or tackle moved, so that's going to be pushing them back 5 more yards. If you look at it, you'll watch him. You probably see him right over there. He goes.
2 of them. He moved more than one time.
Great pictures.
I tell you, our camera people, unreal. ESPN Baton on the sideline with Nowinski, and in the crane we have Steve Fryer.
Pitch back to number 80 as Michael Ayers is now running for the Bruins in the backfield.
And I don't want to forget our camera people up here. Susan Bowers, Nathaniel Braxton.
Pick up about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12. It's an unusual number for a running back, isn't it?
80?
80.
Yep.
There he is again.
But when you got your 2 running backs hurt in the Ladarius Adams and Chaz Batchelor,
yep,
you gotta find somebody that can run the ball.
He'll get to about the 20-yard line, or maybe the 19-yard line is where they put it now.
3rd and what?
3rd and 11.
Yeah.
Matthew Hill again is still the quarterback for the Bruins. 3rd down and 11.
Well, he's got Adams back there.
And he's going to get a couple of yards out just outside the 20. So he'll pick up 2 yards and get hammered for those 2 yards.
Well, Michael Ayers into 5'8", 165, and he's taking some shots. Watch this.
Watch the hit that he takes.
Boom.
4th down and 9.
Wow, good to see Chaz Batchelor back out there. He's going deep for the punt.
Back deep to receive the punt for the Phoebus Phantoms, like Lester James, number 4.
Low-line drive kick.
Going to get a nice roll out of that one.
That'll come to rest at the
Stops at about the 32-yard line. 42 yards. He's still averaging over 40 yards a punt. He's their best weapon right now.
He is their only weapon. Zooms is giving an award to the senior player in each of the football teams this year in Hampton who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will be awarded a plaque at a school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continued support to WHCS and our student athletes. I'll give you the athletes who are getting that award in just a second.
Aaron Ward's pass was batted down by Chaz Batchelor at the line of scrimmage.
The young men are getting that award, and I don't want to step over you. We watched the replay at Bethel, Deshaun Chester; at Hampton, Trevor Broughton; at Kickingham, Thomas Gilkey; and at Phoebus, Travis Credera.
Second down and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Aaron Ward takes the snap, is on the option, and he keeps the ball and cuts up and gets about 3 yards on the play.
He could not have pitched at that time. Bethel had the pitch man Lewis covered. In fact, he took a hit.
Give him 3 yards on the carry. That'll make it 3rd down and about 6 for the Phantoms. Ball resting at their own 41-yard line. Two wide outs to the right. They're in the I formation with Lewis as the tailback. Fake the draw, and there's a screen out here to
Matt Wright again.
He gets a whole lot of yards. That screenplay has really gotten a lot of yards for the Phantoms tonight.
That's a tight end screen that they're running.
Looks like about 24 yards on the play. That'll be good for another first down for the Phantoms. They obviously have been working on this play a lot here the last couple of weeks. Let's see, I think Aaron had 114 yards passing in the first half. 118 yards passing.
You were close.
He's adding to it. Looks like the center may have moved a little bit early on that play. Illegal slip. False start on the offense. That'll be 5 yards, and it'll be first down and 15 now with the ball resting at the Bruin 40. Elin Lewis, 21 carries, 131 yards, and 5 touchdowns on tonight. So he needs to average, about 144 a game to reach that 2,000 mark?
Yep.
He's well on his way there, and here he goes again, wide right. On a sweep, he's going to pick up about the original 5 yards that they lost on the penalty. Get the ball down to about the 30-yard line. That'll make it second down and 10. Dickie Van Dyke, one of the assistant coaches for Phoebus. He and I went to school together.
Is that right?
We played Little League.
He's an old guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's an old guy, just like we are. I can remember playing Little League and going to elementary school and all together.
Dickie Van Dyke. You'd call him Dickie. We call him Dick Van Dyke. You call him Dickie Van Dyke?
He was known as Dickie Van Dyke.
And you were known with Mikey?
No.
Let Mikey eat it. Mikey, try it.
Mikey
He'll eat anything.
Yeah, I should have known. Ward's pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was intended for Dustin Johnson. See if it was tipped here. Yep, it was. Just as one of the linemen coming in got a hold of it. That'll bring up third down and 10 with the ball still sitting at the Bruins 35-yard line. Timeout called by the Phoebus Phantoms. Their first of the second half. That'll leave 2 timeouts apiece remaining in the game. 38-0 here. Phoebus Phantoms leading the Bethel Bruins with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the third period of play on a nice, crisp November 7th, 2003.
The Math Zone is back on Channel 46. Check out the new features. Teachers on the Run. Call in to get help with your math homework or to solve the problem of the day. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's live 5 p.m. WHCS Channel 46. And don't forget to check out our website. Channel 46 has a website, WHCS46.sportscombine.com. You will get all the up-to-dates on all high school sports.
Yeah, with the timeout by the Phoebus Phantoms coming to an end, we will get started here. Third down and 10. What you looking at?
3:54 to go in the third quarter.
Aaron Ward back in the shotgun. There's a snap. Looks like he's going to go across the middle with a pass, and it's completed out here. I believe that's to Johnson, number 5. Dustin Johnson gets all the way down to inside the 15-yard line to about the 14. That's a good gain for a first down again.
Number 11 for the Phantoms, Moss, comes limping off, coming over here to the bench.
21 yards on the play.
Twisted an ankle or something. 21 yards?
21 yards on the play. First down at the 14. Let's see if Mr. Lewis gets number 6 today. Hand off to the up back, number 15, Marcus Samuels.
Yes.
He'll get about 5 yards on the play down to the 10-yard line, maybe 4 yards on the play. Ball was on 14, so we'll give him 4 yards on the play.
Give him 4.
Give him 4. 2nd down and 6 for the Phantoms. Ball resting at the 10-yard line. They can get a first down inside the 5. Wide right for the Phantoms is Lester James, number 4. Hand off to Lewis up the middle. He's going to be just shy of the first down. It looks like they're going to stop him for about a gain of 2. 3rd down and about 2. Let's see where they mark it. About 3rd and 3.
They only picked up a yard.
I thought he got more than that.
We got officials timeout again. Equipment problem.
Looking at some of these stats that we've got here from the district. Lewis for the Phantoms, 26 touchdowns before tonight. He already has 5 more that he can tack onto it. He's leading the district by a margin.
Well, he's doubled.
He's doubled the guy that's next behind him. I mean, he's averaging 214 yards a game rushing. Here's the run by Ward up the middle, and did he get in? Are they going to give it to him?
No, I think they're going to say he was down before he got in.
They're going to set the ball down inside the 1, but it's going to be good enough for a 1st and goal. Here we'll see it again. We'll see it on this play whether he got in. Well,
that was awful close. They say he was down before the ball went over.
166 yards for Ward, 10 of 16 on the night. 1st and goal inside the 1. Wonder who's going to get this one. Ward will keep it himself and walk right on in for the touchdown.
And that's who you do. You don't have to even worry about a handoff. The way that offensive line just
I was watching that
everybody
play.
Else.
I was watching that play on the snap. Ward did a quarterback sneak, but in the meantime, Lewis, once the ball was snapped, he just stood up, turned around, and started walking off the field. When he scored the touchdown, Lewis was over here.
Yeah, good shot of Susan Bowers.
Say hi, Susan. Wave. There you go.
What a pretty smile. Sure, I'm glad she takes after her mama.
Extra point attempt is up and good. 45-0. A minute and 44 to go in the 3rd period of play. Phoebus came out ready to play in this game.
They have done what they wanted to tonight. Been able to work on all parts of their game.
They've passed the ball well tonight.
Yes, they have. And they run the ball well. Done everything well. We got a camera right in the huddle down there. I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything out of it or not. I see Mike Nowinski down there with his camera up. Well, didn't get it. Well, I see Brent Musgrove and his lovely wife Barbara are getting ready to call it a night. He called me the other day and said, nobody knows when Hampton plays. I said, I know. He says, well, when do they play? I said, they play 7 o'clock Saturday night. He says, everybody I've called, they can't tell me whether it's in the afternoon or in the evening or when it is. He went to the horse's mouth.
This time, 83 for the Bruins kept the ball. LaShawn Campbell, and he's running down the left sideline. He got a nice block, broke a tackle, and gets all the way outside his own 40-yard line.
Nice run back, LaShawn Campbell.
Here is about, let's see, he gets it at the 15, so we'll count it from the 15.
Andre, look at this. Right here, did a great job of breaking that tackle.
25 yards on the return. So the Bethel Bruins will start this possession, 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Minute 20 seconds left in the 3rd period. 45-0 Phoebus. A little bit different than a lot of people expected. It'd be a little closer than this. There's a new quarterback in for the Phantoms. That's for Bethel. Number 10 is Woodley.
Woodley, yeah. He would the first game we did with Bethel, Kicketan, he came in for a series. Left-handed quarterback.
He's a senior. That was a loss of about 3 on the play by the Bruins. 2nd down and 13.
You're being kind. That looks like almost 4, doesn't it?
Single setback in there is number 80, Michael Ayers. And there's a delay of game, so we're going to back it up another 5 yards. And you see an awful lot of nice, clean white jerseys out there right now for the Bruins as Tracy Parker is starting to do some stubbing.
That's number 2, Wayne Lipscomb, just a 6 foot, 170 pound.
He's 6
wide
foot.
out. Yeah, that's what it says. That's what I got on my sheet. He doesn't look that big, does he?
Fake the handoff to Ayers, and quarterback gets smothered. He's going to lose another 3 yards.
Big 77, and who is this? 34.
34 for the Phantoms is who? Because I don't
have a 34.
There you go, B.J. Brown.
Oh, yes, right, Brown. And big 77 was Deshaun Chester.
So another. That's 2 seconds away.
We got a little bit of cheesecake down there. Ron, ESPN Baton, what do you got?
We're at the end of the third quarter play.
Sasha Tinsberg, Tatiana Ware, Jamie Just, Ashley Glass Oka, Chanel Simpson, Tyrone Castile, Kiosha Jenkins, Ashley Gilliam, After Opa, Krista Ofo.
Mike! Oh, no! Boy, did that hurt.
Oh, man! I don't think anybody here was expecting that.
Oh, Mike Nowinski needs to get in there. He says ESPN Baton can't be around the girls all by himself.
That's the kind of play you need a replay on.
And that guy's so interested in the game, he's talking to somebody on the phone, let him know what's happening.
Well, we're at the end of the third quarter.
I can remember when every home had one phone.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a party line.
And we were lucky to have a television.
And my phone number was 159. 3 digits. And that was it. And
is that what your age is now?
And you got in the thing, you hit the little old receiver, go click, 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 because everybody had their own little thing. 2 clicks was one guy, 3 clicks was somebody else.
You didn't have to worry about an operator back in the day.
No, but you had to make sure that people listened in on your conversations.
Oh, yeah. Party lines. I remember those.
Now everybody's got a phone.
They even got phones they walk around with in their pockets.
Unbelievable.
3rd down and about 20 for the Bruins. Ball sitting at their own 30-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter play. 45-0, Phoebus. Oh, nice catch.
Look at that
excellent catch by number 83, LaShawn Campbell. He's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. 70 yards.
Wow.
70-yard pass play. That was an excellent play.
What a nice catch.
And he let go of the ball just as he was getting hammered back there.
You're talking about Woodley, number 10, that left-handed watching.
He goes around, wham, and he goes down just as he lets go.
Catch.
He was surrounded by 3 or 4 defenders, and he still got a hold of the catch. All the way in for a touchdown. Look, he's already complaining.
Just do the stats, Bob.
Yeah, just do the stats. Extra point attempt by. Extra.
Let's just do the stats. Answer your phone,
Kick
Bob.
is up, and the kick is good.
And that's by Chaz
Batchelor. 45-7 as the Bethel Bruins get on the board with a 70-yard strike.
Well, they've been giving up an average of 7 points a game, so that's the 7 they gave up.
$11:48 to go in the game. It's the fourth quarter. 45-7, Phoebus over Bethel.
We're in the fourth quarter already.
It won't be too long before we're going to have to pick our player of the game.
Yeah, we will do that. We will do that.
That's a nice little picture right there.
Zooms is given an award to the senior player on each of the teams this year who's demonstrated academic excellence, and these players be awarded plaques at a school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for their continuing support to WHCS and our student athletes, and those athletes are, and I will give him again if I can find them. Where'd they go? Where did they go? Here they are. Bethel, Deshaun Chester, Hampton, Trevor Broughton, Kickitan, Thomas Gilkey, and Phoebus, Travis Credera.
Kicking off for the Bethel Bruins is going to be Chaz Batchelor.
Second half is brought to you in part by Parklawn Wood Funeral Home. They're located in Hampton Center Parkway, North Armstead Avenue. For information, give them a call at 827-4670. Nancy Staten is the manager.
Back deep for the Phantoms is Aaron Ward, Lester James, and Dustin Johnson. Numbers 3, 4, and 5 on the team. Here's the kickoff. Little squib kick there.
Like
taken by an up back, and I can't see his number at this point. Looks like number 11 got it.
Yep.
Stephen Moss. And he will carry the ball and get put down at about the 33-yard line, where the Phoebus Phantoms will take over 1st and 10.
Here you see the replay of that, kind of a little squib kick, almost like an onside kick. Hampton Chevrolet, Jeep Mazda. Go down and see them at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard, or give them a call, 838-5450, one of our corporate sponsors.
Aaron Ward again handing off up the middle to Elon Lewis, who has broke 3 tackles and is on his way for, it looks like, number 6, but he does get put down and tackled by number 21, Jamar Jackson, all the way down to the 9-yard line.
So he started from the,
34?
34.
33. We'll put it at the 33 like Mr. Killen says.
There you go. Nice right there.
A break of a tackle. There's
right there.
one. Gets away from another one there, and then Jamar Jackson had the angle and forced him out at the 9-yard line. 58 yards on the play, and
I think that put him over what he needed.
That also puts him out of the game because he's coming out of the game. So I guess Mr. Lewis's night may be over with.
Number 27 is the one that'll get the ball.
And he gets the ball down to
Jamar Whitaker.
About the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. And Lewis does come back in the game. What's Lewis got? Timeout by the referees.
He's got 193 yards.
24 carries, 193 yards.
Well, let's see, 193. 193, that's 6, 10.
Get the calculator out.
1906.
So he needs 94 yards to break the 2,000-yard mark. That's not bad after 9 games.
No, I don't think so.
Hand off to no, he kept the ball, and he is down. Ward is down to about the 1-yard line. He will gain about 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd and goal as Lewis gets to play and runs back in and gives Ward 3rd and goal with the ball sitting right at the 1-yard line. There's Lewis jumping over the pile for his 6th touchdown of the game. 1 yard.
You understand what I'm saying there?
Mm-hmm. I agree. Here it is again. You'll watch him coming right in your lap. Nice run. Well, that's 6 touchdowns tonight. He had 6 touchdowns last week, 12 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. I can add 2.
You can add.
I can add.
And how many is that for the season? Quick. 31.
32, isn't it? He had 26 going into tonight.
And
extra point is up.
Schwartz has been perfect tonight, hasn't he?
52-7. And we still have 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
As
Nice
Mr.
shout out,
Alonzo
Soprano.
Cherry.
I'll tell you what, they're playing like number 1 right now.
At this point, I look for them to meet
In the regional finals.
Regional semis. Could very well be the semifinals. They were ranked number 2 and 3. And they'll play right here. And the reason I say that is because the power rating that if who is that?
First Colonial. I mean,
no, in the Indian River.
Yeah.
Indian River, if they stay undefeated like they are, then they will get a higher power rating because they have played more Division 6 teams.
Here's the kickoff. Down to, I believe that's 21. Is that 21?
Yep, 21.
That's Jamar Jackson of the Bruins, and he brings the ball out to about the 27, where the Bethel Bruins will take over 1st and 10.
Or if Lake Taylor stays where they are, Phoebus could end up playing Indian River and Hampton playing Lake Taylor. If it ended up where it is right now.
I think Hampton would prefer to take on Lake Taylor in the first round, wouldn't you? Just making it back to the playoffs again is what they're looking for. Uh-oh. And I believe the Phantoms have picked the ball up at about the 14-yard line. Here it is again. Pitch was just a little bit ahead of the Bethel
Well, that looks
player.
like
is
Lewis ended up with the
38?
ball. No.
34.
Yeah, 34 is Lewis. It looks like E4 instead of 3-4, yeah.
34 for the
No, that's 34,
Phoebus
not
Phantoms. That's
Lewis,
B.J. Brown.
Brown, yeah.
Who recovered the fumble for the Phantoms, where they will take over 1st and 10 at the Bethel 14-yard line. 9:20 on a running clock here. 52-7. Comfortably out in front. Looking to put on another one, and Lewis is still in there, sitting back in his tailback position. Timeout by Phoebus. That will be their second of the half. That'll leave them with 1 to go in the second half of play. Bethel
I
has
don't think
2.
there's a good shot of Greg Day, former Bethel High School player, and now the Phoebus JV coach is right there. But Greg Day, of course, is a former Bruin, but has been a long-time standing coach at Bill Dee. What did he say?
I don't know. I was laughing over here. I didn't hear that.
You weren't laughing at Kellen, were you?
Every day.
Every day.
I'd let him get as many as yards as he could. He's probably just pissed off.
You might not want to say. He ain't gonna play.
Lord have mercy. Oh, me. 1st and 10 at the 14. Pitch back to Lewis, swinging to his left, and he's heading for the end zone. Touchdown number 7.
And that's 10 more yards, right?
That is, well, there is a flag down on the play. That was 14 yards.
14 yards.
Let's see if there was a. There is a hold against Phoebus. So
That'll bring
number
it
7
back.
comes back. Here's the play again. Looks like the penalty may be from about the 16-yard line. See where the flag is. So it'll be from the spot of the foul. I mean, that was way off of the line of scrimmage. Well, it was only 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, but the ball was on the 14. Now, that guy looks like he's having fun.
I tell you what, I do that, I'd have to see a chiropractor for a year.
If I did that, I'd probably be put into the hospital. And they're doing it in unison. All right.
They
Well,
got,
now it's
I'm tired watching you.
1st and 21 for the Phoebus Phantoms. There's a handoff to Lewis up the middle. That's about 6 yards on the play to the 20. Here comes Lewis out of the game. And number 27, Jamar Whitaker, is going in his place.
And he's taking, he's done.
He's taking his stuff off. He's done. He got over 200 yards. We'll get Mr. Killen to give us his final stats for the game, and we'll give them to you. There's Ward on a handoff. No, he comes back and throws the ball.
Nice fake.
Outside to number 15, which is Marcus Samuels, and he is.
He was hard to bring down.
He's down all the way inside the 10. Down to about the 6. That'll be a pickup of about 14 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and about 2.
Now, if we got that on replay or not, but a nice fake that time by young Mr. Ward. Watch this. He faked out Mike. Nice little flare pass to his fullback. And
there's a handoff up the middle, inside the 5, down to about the 3.
That's be a 1st down.
I believe it was Samuels, but I'm not real sure. We got to wait till they get up so we can see who got the ball. I believe it was Samuels.
Yeah, who carried it?
Samuels carried that ball.
Of about 2 yards down to the 3. Second,
look
should
for
be
it.
2nd down.
Quarterback, keeper.
1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Going to give it to Samuels.
Into the end zone, touchdown. So the Phoebus Phantoms just score again.
And how many yardage did we end up with for Mr. Lewis?
Mr. Killen, if you look at his stat sheet on the scores, his score box that he fills in for all of his touchdowns is full. He doesn't have any more room.
Well, I don't want the touchdowns. I want to know the yardage.
Yards for who?
Lewis.
Oh, I gave it to you. I've got him unofficially 26 for 200 yards.
26 carries, 200 yards.
All right, gives him exactly 19-13 then.
Kick is up and good by number 33, Schwartz.
Schwartz has been perfect tonight.
59-7, Phoebus. 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the 4th.
Somebody got some soap? Says somebody have some soap. This is a family-rated TV show.
Sounds like Scotty's going to have some work to do tonight.
I tell you what, fans need to come out and see these ball games, and I'm not just talking about Phoebus. I'm talking about Hampton and Bethel and Kecoughtan, and when they play, it's great entertainment.
Well, you know, when this game started, there was a lot of people here tonight, so we had a good crowd here. Kicks down to about the 15-yard line.
Well, that was number 7, and he paid the price for not catching that ball cleanly.
And he is still down on the ground, too. Watch it again. They'll show it as he fumbled the kickoff, trying to pick the ball up. When he finally did, it was too late because they had him.
Oh, that was Brown again, B.J. Brown. I tell you, that young man is all over the place.
Looked like he took a knee to the chest.
His daddy was Ronnie Brown, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it, Bobby? Yeah, Ronnie Brown, who played for Bill a few years ago.
And he's coming off
God,
the field
he's walking on his own steam. A little help on each side, but he's going to make it. Looks okay. Good to see him walk off.
Well, the Bethel Bruins, with 7:05 to go in the fourth quarter, will take over the ball first and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Their last possession, they got a 70-yard touchdown pass. Quarterback is still number 10, Woodley. There's a pitch back to number 80. And Michael Ayers, again, may have lost a few on that one.
Well, you're trying to go wide on the Phantoms, and the Phantoms got a lot of young, clean jerseys out there and they're got some pretty good team speed. It's hard to get outside of a team that has team speed on you.
There was a holding penalty on the Bethel Bruins, which the Phantoms declined. They'll take the loss.
Yeah, and not only the loss, they lose the down too. So that's good call.
Loss of about 3. That'll bring up a second down and 13, and the ball is resting on about the 13. There's a snap by Woodley, who drops the ball down on the 10-yard line, and the Phoebus Phantoms have come up with the ball.
Well, that actually, when he got the ball cleanly from the snap from the center, but as he turned to go towards the handoff, hit one of his linemen and dropped the ball.
Another fumble by the Bethel Bruins. Is nothing really is going right tonight for them.
We might have a new quarterback in too tonight for the Phantoms now. See who's quarterback. Number 12, I think.
Number 12.
That's
Chris Arnold.
Chris Arnold,
6 foot 170-pound senior. Gets some playing time behind center tonight. There's still 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
We got B.J. Brown as the fullback, and number 27 is Jamar Whitaker.
Jamar Whitaker, yep.
Tailback.
Watch Whitaker get the ball. Nope, gave the ball to Whitaker, who
ran into a host of Bruins.
Looks like he got the ball down to the 10-yard line. He's actually going to lose about a half a yard on the play because it was goal to go. And they had spotted the ball originally inside the 10-yard line, so he loses about a half a yard. Second down and goal with the ball sitting right on the 10-yard line. Whoa. That was a bad pitch. Picked up by the Bruins number 4, Scott Wilshard, who brings the ball back to the 28-yard line.
Well, there's a turnover and a turnover. Bethel turned it over, and the Phantoms turned it right back over. Just wasn't a good pitch by Chris Arnold.
5 minutes to go here in the game. 59-7 is the score. The Bethel Bruins take over again at their own 28-yard line.
Matt Hill back in a quarterback for the Bruins. Isn't it? Is that Matt? No, I'm sorry.
That's still Woodley.
I don't know if Matt may be injured.
Number 32, Adams on a carry. He will pick up about 6 yards on the play. It'll be second down and a long 5 for the Bruins. And a whole bunch of people moved on that one. That'll be 5 yards. That'll cost the Bruins. Back them up 5 yards. That'll make a second down and about 9. Yeah, referee's microphone hadn't worked too well tonight, has it?
You got to turn it on for it to work.
Yeah.
It always helps. And who is that, Roby? Who is the referee tonight? Where's your list?
There's another pass out here to the flat, and it's broken up, intended for number 83.
That's Campbell.
Campbell. Arnold on the coverage and the breakups. That'll make it second down and 10. Pretty pass, but it was underthrown because he was out there open. Make it third down and 10. Gary Roby.
Gary Roby. We'll have to show him next time he's the referee how to turn the. I saw that. Yeah, that's killing.
Was it intercepted?
Yep,
it was intercepted by the Phoebus Phantoms. Whitaker, number 27, on the pick. So now the Phoebus Phantoms will take over.
I think we need to destroy that. Yeah. It's not evidence that we're destroying Mr. Engineer. It's Mr. Killen's attempt at humor here.
Well, you know.
Oh, you think Tim went out to find his heart in San Francisco?
Ow. Oh, man, you wait till Tim gets back. Next week is going to be fun.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. He doesn't have much hair to have a flower in his hair, does he?
Oh, man. Offside on the Phoebus Phantoms. They lined up offside. So.
No. It's not offside, Mike.
Encroachment.
Encroachment. There's no offside. I know. Killen says if you look up encroachment in the dictionary, it says offside.
I didn't know he had a.
I didn't know
dictionary.
I didn't know he could look up encroachment.
The handoff up the middle for the Phantoms. That's number 34.
That's B.J. Brown.
He'll pick up that 5 yards they lost on the encroachment play. Second down and 10.
Oh, poor Tim. I can imagine what's going to happen when I'm in Vienna. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I don't think I'll tape the game. I don't think I want to see it.
Oh, we'll make sure you see it.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's saying this about Tim, you can imagine what he's going to say when you
know. And I'm his friend.
There's a handoff to Whitaker up the middle.
Oh,
nice run all the way down to inside.
Picked up the first down, didn't he?
He's close to the first down. See if they pick up the first down, and they do. 1st and 10. The ball sitting at the Bethel 25-yard line. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
Running at everything. Running out of space for everything.
Here's the replay. Look at that run. He got hit, stood him straight up, and then he just kept right on moving. Kept those feet moving.
1st and 10. Ball sitting at the 25-yard line. There's Whitaker again off the left side. Gets about 5 yards on the play down to just inside the 20. Give him 6 yards on the play down close to the 19. 2nd down and 4 for the Phantoms.
That defense has got to be
And
that defense has been on the field a long time. Killen is right.
Well, Bethel had the ball offensively in the first half. They only had the ball for a little over 7 minutes.
Well, we got to think of our players of the game. For the Bethel Bruins, we're going with Chaz Batchelor. And I tell you, there's a lot of people, Mullins and Robinson, Hill, Ayers, Campbell, Harris, a lot of possibilities for the Bruins. We settled on Chaz Batchelor.
Well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Chaz was the one that got the ball away from when Bethel had the ball in the first half on those long punts.
Yeah.
I mean, he averaged about 44 yards a punt.
But he ran the ball. He played defense. Got hurt. He come back.
He was the thing. The player that Bethel had for the majority of the game. There's a pitch out to Whitaker again. He's stopped at the 20.
And Chaz Batchelor almost threw him for a loss. He ran out of the tackle. And on the Bruins, you go over to Phoebus side and you say, okay, Mr. Lewis had 6 touchdowns, over 200 yards, but he's already got to play the game. And we try to spread it around. We're not very scientific with it. But, he's got to be a big thought in your process when you're thinking about play of the game. Aaron Ward's another one. Friday, Johnson, Hill, Robinson, and we're going to go with number 87, Matt Wright. He had a couple of great long pass receptions on the screenplay and played well.
Well, we've come to the end. Final score was the Phoebus Phantoms 59 and the Bethel Bruins 7. Bethel came out of here. They got to be tired. They got to be real tired because the Phoebus Phantoms went at them hard.
And they came in with a lot of thought, hey, we got a chance at this game. We've been playing, but the first thing they did, they punted the ball, kicked the ball, and there was went all the way down the 2-yard line. All right, let's talk about tonight's sponsors. The game's brought to you by Zooms with 14 convenient Hampton locations, and by Hampton Chevrolet, 1073 West Mercury Boulevard, and in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. And there you see some of our good-looking fans. Oh, no, that's not fans. Those people who work for us.
Is that Andy?
That's Andy with his hat on.
Man.
I tell you what, been a good night. Had a good time. Bob Hintz with Mike Hauser and Bob Killen doing our statistics. Tim Cole in San Francisco. We're saying good night, everybody.